So guys, one of my favourite factions is Chaos Demons, and I'm going to run you through my favourite 3 Warlord traits. So I've picked one from 3 of the Chaos Gods, guys. I didn't choose Nurgle because for me, Nurgle just isn't quite up there at the moment. The third one I've chosen is for Khorne. I think Khorne comes third, and for me, it's the Rage Incarnate. So what that does is you reroll hit rolls of 1 for friendly Khorne demons within 8 inches of your Warlord when they fight, though. So they have to be within 8 inches of him when they fight, but it's a bigger aura than usual because normally you have 6-inch auras, and I think that 8-inch aura is quite key. And Khorne demons don't really get any other rerolls from anywhere, but I know Bloodletters, when you take them in units of bigger than 20, they get +1 to hit, so they start hitting on a 2+, and then having, say, a demon prince that's Khorne nearby with this Warlord trait makes them really, really efficient and reliable in combat. Hitting on 2s, rerolling 1s is no joke. So that comes in at number 3 for me. At number 2, this is controversial, guys. I've put Tzeentch at number 2, and for me, it's incorporeal form. So I take that on Mr. Big Chicken, the Lord of Change, and he is very, very hard to kill when you put this Warlord trait on him, when you pile it up with a few other things. So I'm just going to run you through that, guys. This Warlord trait reduces all damage suffered by Big Chicken, Lord of Change, the Warlord, whoever it is, but it's better on a Lord of Change. It reduces all damage that they take by 1. So for example, if you got hit by a 3 damage weapon, you would only lose 2 wounds. And then on top of that, why it's so powerful is you combo it with the Impossible Robe Relic to give that character a 3+ invulnerable save. And if it's a Lord of Change, you also pay 1 CP to make him exalted and give him the Aura of Mutability. So he has a 6+ Feel No Pain save. So it's basically a save after you fail your invulnerable. And if you pass that, he also regains a wound that he lost earlier in the battle. So he is really, really tough to kill. And the Warlord trait makes him that much harder to kill. So that's why that one comes in at number 2 for me. And the reason why it's controversial is, for me, I've chosen Slaanesh as number 1. I know a lot of people will think that, you know, the Lord of Change one, the incorporeal form for Tzeentch, is number 1. But I just wanted to do something a little bit different, and it's been working for me. So what I've done is I've chose Slaanesh as number 1, my favourite one, and it is Bewitching Aura. So Bewitching Aura, I think, is really, really cool, because what it does is enemy models, whilst they are within 6 inches of your Warlord, they subtract 1 from their attacks characteristic. It doesn't work on vehicles, but it works on a lot of combat units in the game. Now, the reason why it's number 1 for me is your invulnerable save isn't that great when you're a Slaanesh, say like a Keeper of Secrets. You want to be in combat with stuff, but if you get charged by things like Sanguinary Guard, who have like 4 attacks each on the charge, you can be in trouble because you're only going to have a 4 or 5 up invulnerable save. So this is where it comes in really, really handy to have the Bewitching Aura Warlord trait. Imagine if they charge you, then you -1 off the attacks characteristic of everyone in the unit with your Warlord trait. But then Slaanesh have a stratagem called Acquiescence, and if you use that, it's 1 CP, and then they lose another 1 attack. It's all enemy units within 3 inches of 1 Slaanesh unit from your army all lose 1 attack off their characteristic when they fight. So now they're -2 attacks. So all of a sudden, a big combat unit that's got 4 attacks per model on the charge is reduced to 2 attacks per model because they lose 2 attacks each. And then, of course, you're -1 to hit when you're a keeper, just as a natural ability that they have. So it just makes them very, very survivable in combat. And then they hit back so hard, I think it makes them an even bigger threat, especially against other melee armies. So I think they can be pretty tough with the exalted traits that you give them, like -1 to be wounded from ranged attacks and a 4+ invulnerable save. Those kind of give them a lot of survivability against gun line armies. But then this kind of Warlord trait and stratagem combo makes them survivable against melee units too. So it makes them all round really survivable. And they've been getting my keepers into combat left, right, and center, and my keepers have been wrecking face. So that's why I've picked that Warlord trait as number 1, guys. If there's any that have been doing really, really well for you, please put them in the comments below so that everyone can share. I'll see you in the next one, guys. Bye.